and that really dumb roughing the punter penalty, and Mike McCarthy's egg-headed clock management at the end of the game. What is there to say about that except, how about them Cowboys? Woo! Whew. I don't have much to say about that Cowboy game. I mean, Dak's inexplicable interception, and that really dumb roughing the punter penalty, and Mike McCarthy's egg-headed clock management at the end of the game. What is there to say about that except, how about them Cowboys? Woo! Whew. I don't have much to say about that Cowboy game. I mean, Dak's inexplicable interception, and that really dumb roughing the punter penalty, and Mike McCarthy's egg-headed clock management at the end of the game. What is there to say about that except, how about them Cowboys? Woo! Whew. I don't have much to say about that Cowboy game. I mean, Dak's inexplicable interception, and that really dumb roughing the punter penalty, and Mike McCarthy's egg-headed clock management at the end of the game. What is there to say about that except, how about them Cowboys? Woo! Whew. I don't have much to say about that Cowboy game. I mean, Dak's inexplicable interception, and that really dumb roughing the punter penalty, and Mike McCarthy's egg-headed clock management at the end of the game. What is there to say about that except, how about them Cowboys? Woo! Whew. I don't have much to say about that Cowboy game. I mean, Dak's inexplicable interception, and that really dumb roughing the punter penalty, and Mike McCarthy's egg-headed clock management at the end of the game. What is there to say about that except, how about them Cowboys? Woo! Whew. I don't have much to say about that Cowboy game. I mean, Dak's inexplicable interception, and that really dumb roughing the punter penalty, and Mike McCarthy's egg-headed clock management at the end of the game. What is there to say about that except, how about them Cowboys? Woo! Whew. I don't have much to say about that Cowboy game. I mean, Dak's inexplicable interception, and that really dumb roughing the punter penalty, and Mike McCarthy's egg-headed clock management at the end of the game. What is there to say about that except, how about them Cowboys? Woo!
Chargers this weekend.
Skip, now I thought this was going to be a tough game anyway because the Chargers, they started showing you something last year at the end of the season, and that quarterback is better than better. And I don't know if anybody, I know a lot of people said that they like this kid, but I don't think anybody thought this. Not 31 touchdowns in his rookie season. He played extremely well, and he picked right up where he left off last year. But I thought this was going to be a tough game, Skip. It's going to be a first game home, and the defense is better than you think. Joey Bosa, even if Lyle Collins was there, Joey Bosa is a guy that does a great job of transferring speed to power. He can bend the edge. He can rush with power. So he's tremendous. He's as good as we have in the league at the end position.
Yep.
Derwin James is back and healthy. They have players in the secondary that can cause you a problem. Now, for the other side, now Gallup, Skip, I think Gallup is the guy that they probably will miss the least because you still have Amari, you still have CeeDee Lamb. I like Cedric Wilson. I think Wilson does a great job coming in.
Agreed.
I think they have enough on that side of the ball. Gregory is another issue, Skip, because he's a guy that can generate pressure. And that's what seems to where the Cowboys are lacking is getting pressure. Skip, do you really want this kid to be able to just stand back there and pat the rock and just take it with Keenan Allen or Williams or whomever he like, Jared Cook? Mm-hmm. I don't think so. So I think of all the guys that could possibly miss, I think Gregory would be the one that they miss the most for the simple fact, remember, Skip, now Tom Brady, you saw what Tom Brady just did to him. And because they didn't get the pressure. So for me, Lyle Collins, that's an issue. But they get Zach Martin back. So I think the thing for me is that I think the Cowboys will struggle, probably win this game, but I'm not ready to pick them.
Probably win this game.
But I'm not ready to pick them just yet.
Wait a second. After all that doomsaying that came out of your mouth, then you slip in at the end. They're probably going to win this game. They're 3-point dogs.
No, all I said was Gallup is out. I like Wilson. Now, if Coop was out, now you might be on to something.
No, because CD would just take it over.
No, CD ain't gonna, I know you think CD would take over. But I just think the thing, Skip, of all the guys that's going to be out, I think the guy that they're going to miss the most is and we don't know. He's still, like I said, Skip, because he's vaccinated, 5 days, a couple of negative tests, and he's going to be able to play. let's just say for the sake of argument, he plays. Now you're down Gallup. Really? Is that, I don't really think so, Skip. But this game, win, lose, or draw, is going to be much more difficult than you think. And then guess what? Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
It's a Monday night game back at Jerry World.
I like the Eagles.
So it'd be 2 weeks from last night.
Yeah.
It'd be Jalen Hurts at Jerry World.
Yeah. You
suddenly become a big Eagles fan.
Yo, fly, Eagles, fly. Oh, I like it. I'm liking this.
It's funny. I touted the Eagles all offseason. You poo-pooed them all offseason. You said they're just garbage. Jalen Hurts, you just don't believe in. And all of a sudden, it's fly, Eagles, fly. You were on the Washington bandwagon the whole offseason, and all of a sudden, after one game, losing to one team, these Chargers, you say enough of those guys.
Yeah, the quarterback got a dislocated hip. They put the wide receiver that just put him on IR. What do you want me to do?
I tried to tell you the whole offseason that Taylor Heineke is better than Fitzmagic, but you wouldn't listen to me because I watched Taylor Heineke first late in the season go up.
He came in off the bench against the Eagles.
Well, against Carolina.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And he was.
Oh, yeah, when he came out,
and he was
Alex Smith.
He was really good.
Right.
And then against Tampa in that first round playoff game, he was really good.
He was sensational.
He was lighting them up, and he can run. And obviously, Fitzmagic can't run much at all.
No.
And unfortunately, he can't run at all now because he's got a hip.
And I don't know how much he's going to be able to run when he comes back, if he comes back.
I don't know. So to me, I'm not writing anybody off in the division, but here is my takeaway from all the above. I will admit, when I saw that Michael Gallup has gone on to IR, so it's at least 3 weeks and could be 4, 5, 6 weeks with a calf, strain, pull, whatever. And you and I have talked about calves for years on the show. Once you get one of those, it just stops you.
Yeah.
What did Zach Martin have in the Washington game on Thanksgiving? Pulled his calf early in the game on the first drive. Done for the rest of the year.
And you're not pushing off. You got to walk. No. You got to walk like you're walking with a cane.
Okay, you're done. Okay, we get that. So that was discouraging, to say the least.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, I read another story. Randy Gregory's on the COVID list because they just flat out said he's got COVID, but vaccinated, no symptoms. Maybe a chance if you can pass 2 straight tests. So, okay. So I sat back and I said, you know what? This year, I'm not going to fall into this, oh, woe am I trap. I'm not going to go Aaron Rodgers because he's always doomsaying about, I need more help. I need more input. They don't treat me right. They drafted my successor, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to do it to my team. I'm going to look at the glass as not half full, but it's like 9/10 full. Because I love your point about Cedric Wilson. I can actually make a case they'll be a little better without Gallup. As much as I believe in Gallup as a deep threat and a tough guy, he made some big catches the other night in the first half and then was gone for the whole second half. Cedric Wilson is shifty, and he's got a little bit of Edelman Amendola where he can line up.
He's better suited in the slot.
Yeah, and he can sort of duck and dart around and option route it in the middle of the field and maybe make a few catches. He'll catch it if you get it within eye shot of it. Okay, so I kind of like the fit with him in the slot and let CD do what he should have been doing all last year, which is split out wide.
Oh, you like CD outside the numbers. Okay.
I do, and Amari is Amari. So if I got my 2 studs outside and Cedric inside, I should be okay.
Yeah.
It might be time for Zeke to rise and shine. And again, they just went up against Tampa last year, led the league in shutting down the run. And I just think they went into the game and Kellen Moore said, we just can't do this.
Right.
And they barely even tried to do
Right.
that. And I still say I was very disappointed in Zeke on that huge third down play, on the pitch play, because I'm just telling you, the more I think about it, you and Eric Dickerson both argued with me on this, but I thought if you get him on the edge against a guy who just got activated off the practice squad, who's bounced around the league, an undrafted free agent safety, you just got to either beat him to the pylon or just run right through him.
Right.
You're Ezekiel Elliott, and you make the most money of any running back in football. So I need to see that guy. I need to see Zeke in full force, full throttle in this game where they can balance up and run the football. Now, back to the offensive line. At least Zach Martin is back.
Correct.
And he's not coming off an injury. He's coming off COVID.
Right.
So, and by the way, speaking of COVID, my team now has 10 on the COVID list since